everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the different illnesses that I have, what they mean and how they affect me. When I'm talking about this, it's important to remember that lots of people have these illnesses and they affect everybody differently. So just because I suffer in one way, it doesn't mean that everybody will suffer the same way as me. If you have any questions at the end of the video, feel free to ask. I'm going to be posting a few more videos after this. I have a few more planned, so hopefully you'll get some information from this video, or maybe connect with someone if you've got the same illnesses as me. To start, I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. This is a connective tissue disorder. It's caused by faulty collagen in the body. For me, it causes frequent joint dislocations. I injure my joints very easily. They're very bendy and flexible. They're unstable. My ligaments, tendons, they're all very loose and stretchy. My skin is a little bit stretchy, but not extremely stretchy. It can cause different scarring, like the scars that I have, some of them are like paper, rather than, like, they're described as tissue paper scars, so they're very soft and dry and fragile, and they can break back open again long after the injury has occurred. It causes a lot of chronic pain, chronic fatigue. Some days I'm in so much pain that I can't even get out of bed. Other days, like maybe good days, I can make it to the end of the road. I get very tired very quickly. I get in a lot of pain very quickly. In terms of my joints, I have to wear a lot of splints and supports when I'm moving around, because my joints will bend beyond normal motion, or I'll fall over, or they'll twist, or I'll get hurt. Because of my EDS, I also have gastroparesis, which is paralysis of the stomach. The stomach doesn't open empty as quickly as it normally should. Food and drink will just sit there and won't be moved into the intestines as quickly as it would in a normal person. Because of this, I have a feeding tube which goes into my bowel. It's a PEG-J tube, so I feed into my bowel, I run fluids into my bowel, so it's bypassing the problem. But my bowel is also a lot slower than it normally would be, so that I have to run it at a very low rate over a longer period of time, and be very careful about what medications I take that could slow it down more. It causes a lot of nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, that sort of thing. I get chronic constipation because the bowel is also a lot slower. The PEG-J tube, because it's in my stomach and my intestines, then I can drain off the stomach. If I'm vomiting a lot of acid and bile and it's not going anywhere, then I can drain off my stomach and try and prevent the vomiting, or like ease the vomiting slightly. Because of my EDS, I also have postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, or POTS, which that basically means if I get up and move around, so go from sitting to standing or lying to standing, my heart rate will increase quite a bit, and if I move around, then it will increase a bit more. This can cause shortness of breath, it causes palpitations, chest pain sometimes, it makes me very tired because my heart rate is like running a marathon just from moving around my flat. So you can imagine that would be quite tiring and quite wearing. I have another condition called neurofibromatosis, which is also genetic, like Ehlers-Danlos is genetic as well. It causes tumours to form on the nerve endings throughout the body, and they're usually benign. I've been quite lucky so far. I've got a couple on my back and I've got one in my abdomen, and I've been quite fortunate that that's all I've had, because a lot of people can get it a lot worse than that. I also have scoliosis. Now, we don't know if this is from the EDS or from the neurofibromatosis. It causes a lot of back pain, muscle spasms. My back muscles are constantly tight, they're never really relaxed, and that causes a lot of pain and a lot of problems as well. I also have severe asthma. Now, unlike normal asthma, because mine is severe, I can go into an asthma attack very easily and get out of control very rapidly. I've been quite fortunate the past few months, it's been pretty well controlled, but sometimes I can be talking to you like this 1 minute and then something will trigger an attack and I'll suddenly have a severe attack and be in hospital. An example of this was actually when I was inpatient, and this was back when I was eating a little when I had my tube, not much, and way a means of managing POTS is salt. I was sucking crisps because I felt potsy, and I had a new flavour and went to put it near my mouth, and it got to about here, and I started choking and gasping and coughing, and my friend had to take me back up to the ward where they had to give me nebulizers and IVs and try and stabilise me, and that was because there was an ingredient that I hadn't come across before that was some sort of preservative or something that had triggered an asthma attack. With my EDS, I also suddenly become allergic to things, so obviously I had come across something like this before, probably because it's in a pretty common item of shopping, but until then I hadn't reacted to it. I take my feeding tube and I've suddenly become allergic to a lot of different tapes. Medications that I've taken before I now can't take. We're not sure what causes this. My respiratory consultants want me to see immunology about it and see what's going on there. I have underactive thyroid, that's pretty self-explanatory. I'm on thyroid medication and my levels are kept an eye on, and as long as they're within normal range, I just stick to the medication and get my bloods done. Having an underactive thyroid can cause a lot of issues with fatigue and tiredness and achiness, but because I have these generally anyway, it could be down to any one of my illnesses. We don't really know what exactly would cause this. I do have some mental health issues. A lot of spoonies or people with chronic illness, they do have mental health issues. My mental health issues are quite well controlled on my medication at the moment. I can get very, very low and very, very anxious, but for now things seem stable. With my illnesses as well, I also get a lot of brain fog, so thinking and trying to do things will be like treading through treacle or sinking sand. You want to do it, you know what you want to say, you know what you want to do, but the words just won't come out, or the action just won't happen. You'll feel like you're stuck and you can't do what you want to do. So yeah, that's about it really. If you have any questions about any of this, let me know. I do have a few videos planned to show what life is like with these illnesses and let you into my life. I hope everybody is well. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.